All right, hello. Today's video journal day 101. It's crazy because today was actually my last day of school. That's a weird feeling, man. But it also means that I'm going to be starting here pretty soon with content creation stuff. I'm going to be super busy. I have a few grad parties to go to. I have graduation ceremony to still go to. So I think I'm going to stream not this upcoming week, but the next, because I'm gonna be so busy this next week that I don't think I'm gonna have much time to plan my schedule out well and finish all the things I still need to do before I get done. So this week, my plan is get everything ready so I can stream on, I think I might do Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then if I stream for 6 hours each day, that it could be 24 hours. So maybe get everything set up so I can stream on Wednesday of next week. I haven't 100% decided on that just yet, but I think that's going to be when I'm going to stream. And I also, crazy enough, I actually went outside and touched grass. I went. It was my friend Robert's birthday recently, and he actually today celebrated it. And so I went with him and a few other friends, and we just hung out, went to this arcade mini golf sort of place. It was pretty cool. It was pretty fun, and it was nice to just go there and do something different. And I watched a video recently about authenticity and being on camera, and it was really insightful video. It really changed my whole view on it, because one thing I was thinking about, it was so I'm normally kind of on the more quiet side, and so I was thinking to myself, if I'm teaching myself to talk louder, am I being in a way less authentic? Obviously I want to grow, but my argument in my head was I'm not used to doing that, and that's not how I normally am, so am I being less authentic? But the way he put it, he was like, you have to learn how to be authentic, because in real life, when you're talking to friends, talking to people, you're not being authentic. You're just doing the social norms in order to fit in. And so when you're actually talking to a camera, that's your true authentic self, whether you like it or not. And so what he was basically saying is that you have to build authenticity when you're being on camera. And that completely changed my perspective. And I'm like, awesome. That makes so much more sense. I'm really glad I saw that video, because that just made a ton more sense. And it really helped me motivate me a little bit more to push myself to grow. I don't want to be too obnoxious. I don't want to be I don't want to really be one of those high octane streamers. I want to be somewhere in between Queso and Penguin Zero. So imagine this is Queso right here, and this is Penguin Zero. I'm gonna be somewhere in the middle, probably a little closer to Penguin Zero, just slightly. I want to be somewhere in the middle of that, though. I don't want to be too hyper to where I'm annoying, but I want to be. But I don't want to be. But I also don't want to be the lighting situation in my room is crazy. The Logitech mouse situation is crazy. The Pokemon stream situation is crazy. The fact that I'm doing a Pokemon stream is absolutely crazy. I don't want to be that, but I also don't want to be, who called me fat? Don't call me fat! Don't This man said I look like a 1x1 Lego piece. So I want to be somewhere in between there. I don't want to be on either one of those extremes. I don't want to be on either one of those extremes. I want to be somewhere in the middle of that. And so seeing that video really helped me like change my perspective on all this. And it's like, yes, that's the mindset shift I needed. And so a little update on like kind of my worldview I'm trying to build right now is I'm on the fence between Christianity and having a Christian worldview and an agnostic worldview. I'm definitely seeing that there is something beyond the physical, and I believe that there is a God. But I'm trying to narrow that down right now and figure out whether I believe in Christianity or having an agnostic worldview. I was talking to my mom. Okay, wait, I'm gonna back up a bit. So, one big issue I have with Christianity is how a lot of Christians say, if you're not Christian, then you're going to hell. Because, like, that just doesn't make much sense to me, because there are so many influences, there are so many variables in our lives. Like, if you're born in an atheist family, the likelihood of you being atheist is extremely high. And so I'm just like, so they're just screwed. They're screwed at birth. Like that just seems so wrong to me. And so I was talking to my mom about that, and she was kind of saying that like she believes in Christianity, but she doesn't think that God is actually that strict. She said she believes that as long as you were like an overall good person and like morally good, that there's like this sort of like limbo you'll go into, and you'll be asked whether you want to go to hell or you want to learn about God. And I like that way of thinking a little bit more, because it just doesn't make sense that you can. It just doesn't make sense because there's so many variables and so many. I mean, it's been proven that like if you are born in a religion, in like a Christian family, you're likely to be Christian. If you're born in an atheist family, you're likely to be atheist. Any other religion, the amount of influence that the family you're born into is huge. And so that's why I had a little bit of trouble with Christianity, specifically the Christians that say that you need to be Christian in order to get to heaven, because that just doesn't sit right with me. Eternal suffering does not seem like a fair punishment for a worldview that was kind of heavily influenced on you by birth. That's just my view so far. And all right, thanks for anybody's watching, and I'm going to become a consistent content creator in 2025.